You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Let me tell you the story, all right? So I needed to go to the pet store.
Hold on. Thank you, Kisa, for Kisa's
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry. That was rude of me.
Yeah.
Kisa, thank you. Before we leave Kisa's corner.
corner.
Come on over to Kisa's corner.
We have a theme song now? So
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Until next time. I enjoyed this immensely more than the last ones. Not to say that they weren't great, but this one was the best. So, just saying, for future knowledge. It was delightful, though, wasn't it? It was pretty good.
I really like these chocolate rocks. I don't know why.
I
Chocolate
really
rocks are going home
liked
with me.
this Tabasco chocolate, but I really love dark chocolate. So as soon as it touched my mouth, it didn't matter. And I like spicy
And so
things.
Caleb can have the mushrooms. So
You can have all the mushrooms you want, buddy.
all the marshmallows. I don't know why I said mushrooms. So the marshmallows. We each get to go home with something.
And
Hey.
Stephanie can have the slugs. Eat slugs.
Steffi's having the best time of her life in
So
Disney.
she'll be all right with the slugs.
She's good.
So, on my way here, I had to stop. First, I have a baby bouncer in the back of my car because I had to find one for a shoot for tomorrow.
And she's like, I just found a baby, so we needed a bouncer for
We
it.
just have to pretend like it has a baby is what we're doing. Mainly because we're going to call this baby ugly on camera. So we can't ask somebody to use their baby to call it ugly.
Man,
So
if
we
I
gotta
had a baby,
pretend
you could
like-
be like, call my baby ugly.
Like, because Derby Wife asked that, where she was like, well, are you guys using a baby? And I was like, you have to think. We have to find a baby first. And then we have to be like, we're about to make fun of your baby on camera. Is that okay?
It's a baby. It'll
That's how you feel, but you haven't had a baby. That's the joke of it, though. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I had to go by the pet store because we were out of hay and pellets and bedding for my guinea pig.
What is...
So
they just don't sleep on hay?
the hay, they eat it. They have to have, like, hay is something they just regularly have. Like, it's in a thing where she can just pull from it. She can have it at any point.
She's like, man, some hay.
Yes. So the pellets are, if you will, think of it like you've had them, like you have to eat your normal meal, right? So let's say that's the hay. Like, oh, it's your normal meal. But she has to have romaine every day because guinea pigs don't make vitamin D. Excuse me. Guinea pigs don't make vitamin C. So romaine is really enriched with that.
Yeah.
So we give her romaine every day so that she can get her vitamin C so she'll live, right? So it's like a vitamin.
Right. Like,
Yeah. And it's put in her water as well. So she gets a little bit of romaine every day. She has her hay all the time. That's the natural you have to eat. And then there's pellets. The pellets are like, oh, you got a meal you have to have, but it'd be really good with bread. You don't have to have the bread, but it's really good.
Right.
So she's out of pellets too. So we're out of hay and pellets. So she's out of her two foods. And I just ran out of the last of the lettuce because we ran out of romaine. And then I had lettuce and I gave her all the lettuce. And the lettuce is gone today.
Right.
And she has no extra bedding. And her bedding needs to be changed. And I'm going to have like about 20 people in my house tomorrow.
Right.
So I'm going to need her to look real nice. So she needs a lot of stuff.
Yeah, spruce up that guinea pig.
Yeah. So first, this is a really intricate story. I hope you guys are ready.
I'm with it.
Oh, yeah.
So let me back the story up a little bit. I'm going to tell you some backstory. Okay. So we have just recently bought a house.
Mhm.
Okay. We did in January. It's been about 4 or 5 months.
I still have not seen it.
4. You should come over anytime you want.
I
Come
don't-
over tomorrow if you're not working. Just come on by. It's fine. We'll just put you in the set. It's fine. So I lost my train of thought. Okay, so we bought this house, and we noticed, because we're those people now, I say we're, I'm that person now. She may have always been, I don't know her life, that there's a couple up the street of our road that walks a dog of our people. Okay? So part of our community. Are you following my logic here?
So far.
So it's a lesbian couple.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just make
I like how you like, by the way, just in case he doesn't know,
case you
let's
can figure
just
it
spread it
out.
out.
Mackenzie calls it the community, so I started calling it the community. And I don't know if everybody knows what that means. Because she goes, well, it's the community now. Because apparently that's what the kids call it.
Oh.
Okay. So that's what it is. So we've noticed them together and separate, and it's obvious that it's a lesbian couple. They've got a rainbow leash, just the whole thing. So first, we're trying to make friends with them, but we don't know how to like establish that weirdly without being like, we don't have a dog we walk, but we see you, but you're not going to ever see us because our cats
Just
won't
raise
go
your
on a
flag and be like,
leash. We literally have a flag, but we haven't put it up yet. 'cause we
lesbians
just-
unite!
Like, I want them to see my flag and be like, fellow lesbians, we need a game night. Yes, we do. Like, I've made friends with the cop across the street, and now I just really need to get to the lesbians, okay? I'm just about to reach out to everybody. It's fine.
It's like you're checking
I
off
found
a
the
little...
clip for the show.
So, okay. I walk into
lesbian gay night.
If I had a little bit more time, because I was like, I'm gonna try to get there a little earlier for the podcast. I've been cleaning all day. It's fine. So I went and got this bed, stopped by the pet store, and was coming here. So all the pet stuff's in the car. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So I walk in the pet store, and like you're just constantly. I don't know if you guys are. I'm not gonna assume, but like your peripherals, like you're just constantly you see things, and like I saw people at the dog collar thing right when you walk in the door, and then I scanned that way because I'm going that way, and I looked again, and then I did a third look, and I was like, oh, it's our lesbian neighbors. But how do you go up to somebody in the PetCo and be like, hey, I live on your street. I've noticed you and your wife, fiance, partner, spouse. I don't know. We live on your street. Me and my fiance is a woman as well. Can we be friends? And I don't have time. Like, I'm rushing. So I'm like, oh.
That all took 30 seconds.
No, literally. Yeah. I told my wife, I was like, I literally thought through that whole exchange and was like, you don't have time for that. Because there's going to be a follow-up. Like, I don't have time to continue this conversation, but I know you. I live on your street.
You could have texted me and be like, I'm going to be late for the podcast.
That's not who I am as a person.
I'm going to be making new lesbian friends.
But, like, I seriously saw them and did that triple take where it was like, you see them, you're looking again, and you're like, oh, I know them. But I don't know them.
Right, yeah.
So, like, how do you approach those people without sounding like a stalker to start with? Like, I don't have time to not sound like a stalker.
Right.
Because if I dropped words on them and then was like, I have to get stuff for my guinea pigs and my cats, I'll talk to you later, and then walked away, that's really freaking weird.
Right.
So I didn't. And then I started to walk up the aisle to the guinea pigs, and then there is Anita, like, leaned down talking to one of her kids, which is a friend of ours.
Right, a friend of ours.
I was like, what the fuck is happening in the PetCo? Like that one moment that I have to run into, and I normally go to PetSmart, so I don't even normally go to PetCo. It's just closest to my house. So that one moment when I walk into this place, I see my neighbors that we keep trying to interact with. I'm like, they're right there. Don't have time for it. Floop. What the fuck? And she's like right there. And then there's people in the middle announcing things. So I was like, is there an event here that I didn't know about? And so I'm trying to grab my stuff quickly and leave. So I stop by Anita, and I'm like, how is it I just walked in the store and I know 2 people already? Well, I mean, technically 1, but I know the other people by stalking them. It's fine. And she's like, she's like focused on her son, and it took her a second to realize I was talking to her, and it was like oh, hey. And I was like, hey, I don't have time to talk. It was good to see you. And then I walked away. Literally did that. Because I was trying to hurry. Because at this point, my brain's like, I don't know how to process what's happening in my life. So then I go to the cat section because we have to get a brush. They're all like shedding so much hair. I was like, I can't stand it. So I need to take them outside and just brush the shit out of them. It's fine. And then I go back to the guinea pig section, and there's Anita in them again. I was like, hey, me again. So I weirdly dropped words on her, was like, good to see you, have to go. And then I was like, hey, I'm back. And then we went to the next aisle together, and I was like, still here. like it was just like over and over again. And then finally I was like, I got to go. So I get into the checkout lane, and there's this lady, female, named Anna checking people out, okay? And this is also part of my community. Because I'm sorry, it just is. Like, I know she's a lesbian. If she's not a lesbian, she just really enjoys dressing like a lesbian. Okay? Like,
hey, it's comfortable.
It is. I'm pretty sure she's a lesbian. Because, so I go up, and it's just like, oh, cool. There's like, this is right after I saw.
I'm just saying, if I start assuming, I get in trouble. What are you getting?
But listen, this is like, I'm going to check out, and there's like a cat. I didn't tell her this part. So there's a cat scratcher and this big pile of stuff to be put out that looks like a rainbow. And I was like, oh, I should get that. And I was like, you don't have time. Stop. Focus. Like, I had to do that to myself so many times where I was like, we're not here to meander. You just need what you need. Leave. So I kept doing that. And then I got to the checkout, and she scanned all my stuff and then was like, so what kind of bird do you have? And I was like, it's a guinea pig. She's like, oh, I didn't even really look at what it was. And I was like, I just got hit on by a lesbian. That's my story. Like, I got hit on by, like, that was a moment where I was like, you're hitting on me right now. But I didn't say that.
Right.
And I was like, is it the shirt? Because this is my fiance's shirt. It does look very lesbianish. I also felt really weird when I was walking into PetCo where I was like, here I am wearing this, like, the shirt of a unicorn with cats on it in space going into the PetCo.
I mean,
like, I'm here for my guinea pig, but yes, I do have cats.
I wouldn't scream lesbian when I saw that. I'd be like, hey, lesbian shirt. But again, I'm not in the tribe, so I don't know. I don't know if you have code words.
It's the community.
Sorry, I'm not in the community. I don't know if there's like a passcode or like. Do you get a booklet?
Like
you're like, I'm now a lesbian. Where's my booklet?
Of a tribe community. Unfortunately, based off of my ancestry DNA results, I am not. So I was lied to my whole life, but it's fine. It's fine. Crisis identity. It's fine.
Sorry, when I'm in a tribe and they don't give me a handbook either.
Yeah, we didn't get one either. But I found lesbian friends that, again, I'm just stalking them further. Like, I know they go to the PetCo. I know they live on my street. Yet to speak to them.
So my question to you now is, like, once you befriend the lesbians,
we're going to be best friends.
Are you going to tell them about this conversation on the podcast?
100%.
Like, we totally talked about you on the podcast.
I'm going to tell them all the things we saw you guys with a thing, like the leash, and we were like, oh, that might be like our people. And then we saw both of you and we are like, that's definitely our people because they were together. Like, it's obvious, okay? That's our people. I'm going to tell them the whole thing.
I was going to say, what if they're already fans of the show and we don't know it?
I hope so. Listen, Rolling Hill Drive, I live there too. Just hit me up, okay? We can be best friends. We have lots of board games. We have those puzzles.
So, I'm going to address the camera.
I also crochet. I don't know which one you prefer, but it's fine. We'll make it work.
Lesbians of Rolling Hill Drive.
Yes, that's as much as you get to know.
Wait, other lesbians of Rolling Hill Drive.
All the lesbians. Or the gays. We're okay with the gays. They're fine.
Everyone of Rolling Hill Drive.
Within the community.
Within the community.
Yes.
Of Rolling Hill Drive. Jestina and Derby Wife are wonderful people. I am fans of both of them. I love them both very much. They are great at all kinds of gatherings, including drinking nights or game nights or
Bunko. We're good at Bunko.
They're good at Bunko.
We're part of a Bunko group. I don't know if that makes a difference. Do lesbians like that, or is that just an old lady thing? Anyways, there's a lot of dice rolling.
From what I understand, there's a bit of overlap sometimes.
Listen, we do Cub Scouts, and I just want you to know we're both real good at outdoorsy stuff and hiking. I just went mountain biking with Drew. I'm good at that.
She also power lifted.
Oh, and we both play roller derby.
And also in roller derby. That's how they met.
We're bad bitches.
And so
we could be your best friend today.
They could
Give us
be.
A call.
And Justina's been my best friend since 2011.
I have.
And she is wonderful, and I love her very, very much. So I don't mind sharing her with you. So, so there's that. So that was my endorsement.